Good afternoon, class. I hope you all are fit and healthy at your home. As you know that in our course, project formulation, evaluation and monitoring, there is a provision of project preparation and presentation. This is very important for this course. You all know that a project is a group of unique interrelated activities that are planned and executed in a certain sequence to create a product or service within a specific time frame, budget and the clientele specification. Projects are the building blocks of investment plan. Projects are cutting edge of development. Therefore, we need to identify national agricultural development objective for selection of priority area of investment. Sound development plans require good projects and good projects require sound planning. Both are interdependent. You also know the characteristics of a project. In brief, project is non-routine, non-repetitive undertaking often plagued with uncertainties. Project involves coordination of the efforts of persons drawn from different departments and contribution of outside agencies, and the relationship in a project setting is dynamic, temporary and flexible. Agricultural projects. An agricultural project is defined as an investment activity in agriculture and allied activities where financial resources are utilized to create the capital assets with an anticipation of benefits over time. The agricultural project may include projects such as irrigation, dairy, poultry, fishery, piggery, beekeeping, rural credit, social forestry, land reclamation, land leveling, rural development, agricultural machinery and agricultural education, research and extension. As an agricultural project, I have taken here project on apiculture, beekeeping. Why beekeeping? Because recently our finance minister announced rupees 500 crores for the beekeeping, and about 2 lakh beekeepers will be benefited from this scheme. Honey has a long and distinguished history in human diet, employing both sound beekeeping and business practices can generate a substantial income from the sale of honey. In our country, India, bees and beekeeping is not a new. It is known since prehistoric times. In our country, First attempts to keep bee in movable frame hives were made in 1882 in Bengal. Beekeepers of India during 1938-39 formed All India Beekeepers Association and started publishing Indian Bee Journal. In year 1962, Dr. A.S. Atwal and his associate successfully introduces Apis mellifera in Punjab, which has now established in almost all the states of the country. Types of honeybees. There are mainly 4 species of honeybee: Apis mellifera, Apis cerana indica, Apis florea, Apis dorsata. This is wild bee. You have already learned that there are various types of aspects that keep in mind to formulate an agricultural project, in which technical aspect, this is one and important. Institutional aspect, social aspects, commercial aspects, financial aspects, economic aspects, organizational aspects. So these are the various aspects keep in mind when we formulate an agricultural project. Under technical aspects, location. This is very important. You all are from various places. Someone from Haldwani, someone from Uttarkasi, someone from Nainital, someone from Bareilly. Beekeeping is possible in areas where abundance of flowering plant providing nectar and pollen are available. Bee colonies should not be placed in orchard of farmers where insecticides are sprayed for killing pests, which incidentally kill bees as well. Bees usually fly in a radius of 1 km to collect nectar and pollen. Size of unit 500 square meter. Importance of beekeeping. Various type of produce we found, like honey, pollen, propolis, honeydew, wax, royal jelly, bee venom, bee generation. So these are the various things that we will find from the beekeeping. Nutritive value of honey. Honey is high energy carbohydrate food. It is the source of heat and energy, giving over 500 calorie per kg. Energy value of 1 kg honey is equal to 65x. It means 65x is equal to 1 kg of honey. 30 liters of milk, 8 kg of plum, 19 kg of green pea, 12 kg of apple and 20 kg carrots. Marketing aspect. This is very important. Earlier I have discussed the technical aspect, and second one is the marketing aspects. एक कहावत है कि एक अच्छा किसान वह है जिसका एक हाथ हल पे और दूसरी आंख मार्केट में हो। इसका मतलब है कि वो मार्केट एस्पेक्ट को ध्यान में रखकर ही क्रॉप पैदा करे। You have already read the various marketing channels, and the simple meaning of marketing channels. This is a route through which agricultural goods moves from production place to the consumer. And you all are also know that various some common channels are producer to consumer, producer to village trader, to consumer, producer to wholesaler, to retailer, to consumer, and producer to cooperative society, to consumer. So these are the various common marketing channels for agricultural commodities. Here in this slide I have mentioned about the honey. Honey producer at the bottom, and next export cooperatives, next importers, blenders, packers of honey, wholesaler, then specialist shops, then consumer. Are honey producer, export cooperatives, importers, hyper and supermarkets to ultimate consumers. Are honey producer, export cooperatives, importers, industrial users like food industry, cosmetic to consumer. Are at the last individual beekeeper, direct sell their produce to the consumer. Protection of honeybee. This is important because honeybee is very important. Honeybees suffer from many diseases and are attacked by various pests, predators and enemies. Various diseases like protozoa, bacterial, fungal, viral. Pest, wax moths, bee louse, hawk moths. Predators, wasps, birds. Enemies, ants, toads, spiders, dragonfly, lizards. So the protection of honeybee is also important. I have mentioned some disease, pest, predators and enemies in this slide. And in this slide, beekeeping equipments, comb foundation sheet, wire embedder, queen excluder, uncapping knife, honey extractor, smoker, hive stool, bee valley, gloves, bee brush, swarm catching equipment, feeder, queen cell predator, dummy board, drone trap, wire interest guard, syringe, queen's cage, overall, and barrier pollen trap. So these are the various equipment that are required for beekeeping. Entrepreneurial, managerial, and organizational setup. Entrepreneur has done his graduation BSc and post-graduation MSc entomology from the Govind Ballabh Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar. This is hypothetical because here we are under the entrepreneurial managerial setup. So you can see that here degree I have mentioned MSc AG entomology, and in this course you have already learned that about the various insects, their taxonomy, and their management. Production of honey can be started as a entrepreneurship as it has got high nutritive value, which gives it a good market. For management, some labor and guards will be had. Organization will be simple, in which produce will be sold in nearby market of Haldwani, Dehradun, and Udham Singh Nagar. Financial aspect. Project life 5 years. Initial investment rupees 1,70,000. Margin money 25%. Margin money means entrepreneur contribution. If you proceed for a loan to the lending agency, then lending agency asks about the margin money. If you are proceed with the rupees 1 lakh, so institution agency ask about the rupees 25,000. So margin money required, this is 25% approximately. Interest on term loan 10%. Working capital loan is self-liquidating, paid from gross value of output. Beekeeping project of 15 bee hives. It means यहाँ पर 15 bee hives को रखकर हनी प्रोडक्शन का काम शुरू किया गया है. Estimated production 525 kg per year. इसका मतलब है अगर हम 15 बी हाइव्स को रखकर हनी बी का प्रोडक्शन करते हैं तो एक साल में करीब 525 kg हनी प्रोड्यूस हो सकती है, और उसके साथ ही साथ वैक्स 150 kg प्राप्त हो सकता है, और कॉलोनीज जो हमें मिलती हैं एक साल में वो 6000 की होती हैं. सो यहाँ पर मैंने मेंशन किया है कॉलोनी रुपीज 6000 पर कॉलोनी पर ईयर. इस स्लाइड में हमने कैश इनफ्लो की बात करते हैं. इसके पहले हमने कॉस्ट रिटर्न पढ़ा है, हमने कॉस्ट कैश इनफ्लो और कैश आउटफ्लो भी पढ़ा है. कैश इनफ्लो के बारे में हमने आपको बताया है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट के बाद जो चीजें एज अ रिटर्न आती है, इन मीन्स अंदर एंड आउट मीन्स बाहर। इट मीन्स जो भी चीज हमारे पॉकेट में आती है दैट इज इनफ्लोस, जो भी चीज मतलब जो भी इनकम, और जो हमारे पॉकेट से बाहर जाती है वो आउटफ्लो होता है। सो हियर कैश इनफ्लो, इट मीन्स कि पूरे अगर 5 साल का प्रोजेक्ट है, सो पूरे 5 साल में कौन कौन सी चीज हमें इस प्रोजेक्ट से मिलेंगी और हर साल उसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी, उससे हमें रिटर्न क्या मिलेंगे। आप देख पा रहे हैं कि प्रोडक्ट्स में मैंने हनी, वैक्स, कॉलोनी और साल्वेज वैल्यू का नाम रखा है। साल्वेज वैल्यू कोई प्रोडक्ट नहीं है, बल्कि आपने डिप्रेशिएशन नाम सुना होगा, reducing the value of an asset due to wear and tear. This is depreciation. And after in the last year, junk value, salvage value or residual value will be left. आप देख रहे हैं कि फर्स्ट ईयर हनी 200 रुपए प्रति केजी के हिसाब से प्रोडक्शन जो हुआ है वो 525 केजी है, और टोटल इनफ्लोस है, जो टोटल रिटर्न है वो 1,05,000 है। इसी तरह सेकेंड ईयर 1,20,000, थर्ड ईयर 1,50,000, फोर्थ ईयर 1,65,000 और फिफ्थ ईयर 1,65,000। This is actually hypothetical data. Wax at the rate ₹100 per kg, 15,000 from cash inflow in first year, 15,000 again in second year, 16,000 in third year, 17,000 in fourth year and 15,000 in fifth year. Colonies at the rate ₹6,000. You can see here there is no any colony in first year, colony second year onwards. So 30,000 colonies, 30,000 from colonies in second year, 32,000 in third year, 35,000 in fourth year and 38,000 in fifth year. Salvage value, this is 63 ईयर, क्योंकि लास्ट साल में जब हम प्रोजेक्ट को बाइंड अप करते हैं तभी भी हमारे पास बहुत सारे इक्विपमेंट अच्छी हालत में बचे रहते हैं, उनकी एक वैल्यू हम निकाल लेते हैं और हम उसको लास्ट ईयर में साल्वेज वैल्यू के नाम से उसको हम रखकर इनकम पार्ट में जोड़ देते हैं। सो टोटल इनकम our total inflows in first year ₹1,20,000, in second year 1,65,000, in third year 1,98,000, in fourth year 2,17,000 and in fifth year 2,81,000. So these are the income derived from the honeybee project starting from first year to fifth year. Cash outflow. As I described in the last slide that cash inflows means return and cash outflow means cost. Under this head, number 1, capital investment, infrastructure development, ₹50,000, colony at the rate ₹6,000 per colony, total actually 15 hives, so total amount is 90,000, stand plus box at the rate rupees 2000, and 15 hives, stands and boxes. Total is rupees 30,000. So grand total is rupees 1,70,000. Working expenditure. What are the item of cost? Sugar, migraine, hives, labors, foundation seeds at the rate rupees 300 per frame, and miscellaneous medicine, etc. In first year, sugarcane cost on sugarcane rupees 1000, and in second year rupees 800. The third year 1100, and in fifth year, and that is the last year of the project, rupees 1000. Migration hives 15,000 in first year, 18,000, sorry, expenditure on hives 1500 in first year, 1800 in second year, 2000 in third year, 2100 in fourth year, and in the fifth year 2022 200. Labor 54,000 first year, 64,800 in second year, 72,000 in third year, and again 72,000 in fourth year, and in the last year, which is the fifth one, 78,000. Foundation seed once only in first year, rupees 90,000. Miscellaneous 100, rupees 100. It is assumed. So total cost in first year 1,46,600, and in the last fifth year 81,300. Net cash flow. Cash inflows minus cash outflows is the formula of net cash flow. Total cash inflow in first year rupees 1,20,000, in second year 1,65,000, in third year 1,98,000, in fourth year 2,17,000, and in the last fifth year 2,81,000. Total cash outflow 1,46,600 in first year, 67,410 in second year, and in the fifth year 81,300. So net cash flow in first year, the net cash flow is rupees minus 26,600, because in first year total cash outflow is more than the total cash inflow, and in the second year, third year, fourth year, this is in positive. In fifth year, net cash flow 1,99,000, 7,000. In this slide, I have mentioned the financing. हमने आपको बताया है कि किसी भी प्रोजेक्ट को स्टार्ट करने के लिए प्रोजेक्ट में जितनी भी कास्ट लगती है उतना हमारे पास पैसा नहीं होता है, तो पूरी कास्ट को मैनेज करने के लिए हमें लैंडिंग इंस्टीट्यूशन से लोन लेना पड़ता है. सो टर्म लोन इन फर्स्ट ईयर रुपीज 1,00,000 27,500. This is once in first year. And working capital loan in first year 1,46,600, in second year 67,410, in third year 75,200, in fourth year 75,350, and in the last year 81,300. Term loan 75% and working capital loan in first year, second year, third year, and fourth year and fifth year. Working capital loan I have already mentioned in the last slide that expenditure on sugar, expenditure on migration, hives, and miscellaneous. Entrepreneur contribution 25,000 of capital investment. This is the margin money behalf of the entrepreneur, and margin money is equal to rupees 42,500. This is 25% of 1,70,000 plan. But I refresh you about the repayment plan. You all have already read about the repayment plan. I partially liquidating nature. The loan repayment plan is not as similar as that of short-term loan. Various repayment plans are straight-ended payment plan or single repayment plan. This is otherwise known as the lump sum repayment plan. Another partial repayment plan, amortized repayment plan. An amortized repayment plan as an amortized decreasing repayment plan and amortized even repayment plan. Amortized means the repayment plan of the entire loan amount in a series of installment. Amortized repayment plan, as I said, that amortize decreasing repayment plan and amortize even repayment plan. In the amortized decreasing repayment plan, the principal component remain constant and interest decreasing year by year. Aggregative installment is reducing over the years, but amortized even repayment plan installment remain constant over the years and principal component increasing year by year and interest decline over the years. So the main difference between the amortized decreasing repayment plan and amortized even repayment plan is that principal component constant in the amortized decreasing repayment plan, and under even repayment plan principal component increasing over the years. Even repayment plan, actually, as I have mentioned, installment is constant over all the periods of repayment. So installment, how we calculate the installment? Installment is equal to P I upon 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus I power n, where P is term loan, I interest rate, and n is period. In the slide, year 1st to 4th, you see installment remain constant, that is rupees 44,245 in first year, second year, third year and fourth year. The repayment plan is popular for to repay the entire loan for the agricultural project. First of all, we calculate the installment with the help of given formula. After that, we calculate the interest and then principal. Debit service. Year from first year to fifth year, term loan just we calculate in the last slide, that is rupees 44,245, and this is constant for first year, second year, third year and fourth year, and the fifth year the value is 0. Short term loan with interest 10%, and it is assumed that prevailing interest rate is rupees 10%. In first year, the total value 1,61,260. In second year, the total value is 74,151, and in fifth year the value is 89,000 after financing. In this slide, I have mentioned the various year starting from first to fifth year and total cash inflow in different years starting from first to last. Debt service, term loan plus short term loan 2,05,505. So total net cash flow after financing minus 85,505. The first year picture in minus, and this is due to the total outflow maximum. You see, in first year the total inflow 1,20,000, but total outflow rupees 2,05,505. So 2,05,505 minus 1,20,000. So the value will be the minus 85,505. And in successive year, second year, third year, fourth year and fifth year, the net cash flow has this slide with finance. What is the actually return? What is the actually cost? DF, discount factor at the rate of 10%. I have already mentioned to calculate the discount factor. D is equal to 1 upon 1 plus R power T. And discounting factor in this slide, years are 1 to 5th, and you see investment cost rupees 1,70,000, and operating cost in first year rupees 1,46,600, and interest 14,660. So total cost is rupees 3,31,260, and total return 1,20,000. So net benefit obviously in minus picture, So 1,20,000 minus 3,31,260, some minus picture. Discounting cost. Total cost multiply by the discount factor, then discounting cost, and total return multiply by the discounting factor, discount benefit. This is for all from first year to the 5th year. The total value of total cost is 6,60,446 and the net benefit 4,68,814, and after discounting the total value is rupees 5,36,716.58 and discount benefit rupees 7,16,900. I have also told the project appraisal techniques under which discounting measure and undiscounting measure. Under discounting measure, I have mentioned the benefit cost ratio, net present value or net present worth, and IRR, that is stand for internal rate of return. I have also told the decision criterion under the BCR, benefits cost ratio. If BCR greater than 0, if BCR is equal to 1, project can be accepted and can't be. It means be indifferent, and if BCR less than 1, then project rejected. So we have various criterion: BCR, NPV and IRR. In the case of NPV, that is stand for net present value. If NPV greater than 0, then project accepted. If NPV is equal to 0, be indifferent. NPV less than 0, reject the project. So you can see here the BC ratio is equal to 1.33. The formula of benefits cost ratio is equal to discounted benefit by discounted cost, and in the equation form this is summation 1 to n benefit, discounted benefit, divided by summation 1 to n discounted cost. So discounted benefit divided by discounted cost, benefit cost ratio. And to calculate the net present value, discounted benefit minus discounted cost. So here NPV value is rupees 1,80,191.08, and the PBP, it means payback period. This is undiscounted measure. I have already told the formula of payback period. P is equal to I upon V. So payback period is equal to initial investment, I for investment, and V is equal to annual net cash revenue. So initial investment was rupees 1,70,000 and annual net cash revenue value 93,762.8. So the result is 1.81 a say 2 year. SRR is equal to total benefit by total cost multiplied by 100. So total benefit 9,81,000 and total cost 6,60,446. So SRR value in percent 148.53. IRR internal rate of return. IRR is equal to 30.08%. IRR expressed in percentage, it gives the actual rate of return. It is also called marginal efficiency of capital. It is the actual rate at which net present worth is equal to 0. The formula of IRR: R1 plus R2 minus R1 NPWR1 divided by NPWR1 minus NPWR2. It means R1 lower discount rate plus R2 minus R1 difference between two discount rate, that is upper discount rate and lower discount rate. NPWR1 means net present worth or value at lower discount. Actually in the IRR, one is the lower discount rate and another is the higher discount rate. NPW at lower discount rate just positive near to the 0 and NPW at the higher discount rate just negative. It means ki just after. In the MS Excel, in the formula bar, insert formula and assume that IRR from the project may be more than 100. So in this case there is no need to calculate the IRR, and this is situation for those projects in which in first year we meet out all the cost which are the established cost. Suppose in this picture, in this project I have mentioned in first year we have the minus net return, but few projects have from first year the net return positive. So if IRR value more than the 100% or 200%, in this case there is no need to calculate the IRR. Without finance, with finance and without finance. With finance means we have taken the finance from the lending institution as a term loan, as a working capital loan. But without finance there is no any provision of taking the loan from the lending institution. It means here interest column will be disappeared. So you can see starting from the first year to fifth year, initial cost rupees 1,70,000. Earlier in the last slide, operating cost 1,46,600 and total cost rupees 3,16,600. So total return rupees 1,20,000. So net income obviously in minus picture. So discount cost, it means DF at 10% and there is a ready-made table of discounting factor starting from the 1% to 30% and from 1 year to 15 or 20 years. So discounting cost from first year rupees 2,87,818 plus 0.18, and discounting benefit in the first year rupees 1,09,090.90. So this is the picture on without finance, and you can see here the interest table will be the disappear actually. Same as earlier, we have calculated the NPV, BCR, IRR, payback period, SRR, the same manner. Without finance, we will proceed. Here BCR is equal to 1.42, NPV is equal to rupees SRR 159 per IRR value IRR 37.71%. IRR is the rate of growth a project is expected to generate. I have already explained it. IRR is calculated by the condition that discount rate is set, such as the NPW or NPV is equal to 0 for a project. I have already mentioned IRR is used in capital budgeting to decide which project or investment to undertake and which for forego. So decision criterion under the IRR: if IRR greater than the RRR, and RRR is the required rate of return. If you want to gain the more percentage from the project, and if you guess suppose 30%, but you have gained 37%, so in this condition project accepted. And if IRR less than the RRR, in this condition project rejected. And if IRR is equal to RRR, means internal rate of return is equal to required rate of return, so be indifferent condition. Conclusion: this is the last slide. On the basis of financial measurement of the project, we can say that this project is economically viable because BCR is more than 1, and initial investment covered by its return within 2 years from with and without finance. Project is more profitable under without finance than with finance. So this is the conclusion. You can also make a project on dairy, poultry, fishery, piggery, etc. And starting from the introduction to conclusion, you can incorporate all those things. So I have tried to elaborate how we make a project and how we present in the classroom. So this is helpful for a bankable project. If you proceed to a loan from the banking institutions see what are the financial strength of a project. So with the help of BCR, NPV, IRR, SRR, payback period, you explain your project, and if all those criterion satisfied, then your project will be the viable, otherwise not. Thank you very much.